No Resolves, Wake Up, the instrumental version of that. Of course, all copyright, all rights go to No Resolve and the record company for that. As the season continues, race number 2 of season number 3 of the TRN PowerAde series. Hello, Mark, Ultimate Speedway. Good to see you both. Making sure, first off, that my audio is okay. You all can hear me okay, all that stuff. I think I've figured out why it lagged so bad last week. So I think I should have that fixed. And we should be in good shape. Excuse me. But this is the Caterpillar 400 from Hillside in Massachusetts. I know it's a fictional track, but it's supposedly located in Massachusetts. So, 60 laps should be a pretty interesting race. Pit stops will not be occurring. And say honestly, I don't think they'll be occurring at all throughout the course of the season unless I decide otherwise. On some tracks, we'll see. Just trying to produce as good of a racing product as possible. And sometimes pit stops can help with that. Sometimes they can completely destroy that. So it's all a matter of producing the best racing product possible. And I have been very well excited for what's coming up in a little over a week. So got good stuff coming up in on the personal side of things. So yeah, life is good at the moment. Excuse me. So coming into this race, this is only the second race. We've only had one winner so far, obviously. That'd be Kenny Stremme, who is leading the points. He's starting this race in 12th. See what he can do with that. Of course, the driver who did so well in the Grand Nationals back when that was a thing. Already finding some success here in the PowerAde Series season number 3. So, for today's race at Hillside, top 10 stack up as follows. It is the 15 of Eli Bright on the pole position. An NCCS champion from past seasons. And Christian Russell to his outside, the rookie in the 07. Barrett Jackson Cup Series champion Matthew Phillips in 3rd and Elijah Gordon in 4th. Former IndyCar champion. A lot of champions up there at the front. Then Wyatt Quayle and Ryan Kendall, Julius Anderson and Diego Yepes, Mark Davidson and Ethan Matheson are the top 10 starters. As you look on through the full 42 starting positions as shown here. Again, no pit stops. Should probably be green flag the whole way through, but we should see some pretty interesting racing here. On the high banks of the 1 mile Hillside Raceway, Speedway, whatever it is. And we turn some pretty quick lap times around this place too, so should be pretty exciting. We'll see what happens. And I think that leaves only one thing to do, and that is get the command to get them rolling. So let's do that right now. Let's get the engines fired. Let's go racing.
Drivers, start your engine!
As the engines fire, cars are rolling. Pair of Chevys on the front row, and then Toyota and Dodge in row number 2, and then 2 more Chevrolets. Pace car going to pull in here. We're coming to the green flag as Bright and Russell lead them to the green, which is out here at Hillside in race number 2 of season number 3. Already battling for the lead as Russell looking to the inside of the 15. 00 Matthew Phillips right behind him. The inside lane definitely preferred at this track, but if you have some drafting help, the outside can work, but it obviously being hung out there was the 15. So Matthew Phillips also took advantage of that. Wyatt Quayle here on the inside doing a good job. And you got Elijah Gordon there, Julius Anderson, I'm sorry. Mark Davidson is down there. Ryan Kendall, Diego Pez, Haley Miller, the current top 10. Take it back up front, still the 07. 15 managed to get ahead of the 31. And the 15 getting right to the corner panel, the 00. Might try and make the move as the 17 does away to the inside. And caught Wyatt Quayle out there. You saw how high the 31 went. So easily up to 4th place for Julius Anderson in the 17. Phillips looking for the lead on the 07. Had to check up there. Did not have the preferred lane going into that corner. Might fall into the clutches of Eli Bright now, pole center. But still, Christian Russell hanging true so far. And that Jack Daniels 07. Again, if this goes caution-free, this race should fly by at a pretty good click. That is, of course, assuming that it does go caution-free, which you never know in these types of races. But anything can happen as Haley Miller, Kenny Stremme going side by side. And that is for the 11th position. 22 gets a spot on that. So Ethan Matheson up into the top 10 in the 16. I believe that's right where he started. A lot of drivers pretty much running right around where they started so far. Davidson and Quayle going side by side. That is for our top 5. Quayle holding his own in the outside lane. Elijah Gordon right behind the 45. And the 60 going below the 19. Can't quite make that stick. And a great battle here for the top 5. Checking up front though, Matthew Phillips. New leader. Got past the 07. And the Domino's Toyota to the point. Bright and Anderson now going to get by Christian Russell. As the 45 and 31 still side by side. And now the 17 and 07 are going to go side by side. Russell doing a great job holding his own on the outside as Mark Davidson finally clears the 31 for 5th place. Diego Pez in that 60 car coming up there, that red and black Ford. And Davidson thinking about a 3-wide move. Trying to take out 2 birds with 1 stone. Can't quite make that work. It is a pretty risky move to try and pull off. At the 07 and 17. Dead even at the moment. And the 07 going to clear him on the top side. Great run there by Christian Russell. Checking up front. Eli Bright all over the tail of Matthew Phillips. Trying to get to his quarter panel there. Can't quite make that work yet. But he's got a pretty good car here. Pole sitter trying to retake the lead. And Christian Russell, of course, would like that lead back. His top 5 all under a blanket. I heard something at the wall and caution is out for a big crash in turns 3 and 4. Carnage! Wow. Isaac Snyder, Kenny Stremme, Tyler Mitchell, Haley Miller's on pit road. Daniel Voiles, Samantha Hoskins, Sean McCain, Zachary DeLillo, Gatlin Downey, who was not involved. Mathis Wells, 24. Ben Crouch, Josephine O'Neill, Roger Ray. Absolute melee. 15 laps into this race. Number 2, Johnny Gardner. You just saw him starting to come down pit road there. What caused this? Looked like a lot of that was probably a result of ARCA brakes. I have no idea where that would have started. Whoa! Something went wrong there with the 22. And probably the 19. See what happened here. 19 got slow, and then the 22 turned him. And then everyone else just nowhere to go. As the 22 keeps it going straight but loses the hood, that is going to be significant damage. But the 19 just washed up the track, had to check up. 22 did not anticipate that and just turned him around. He washed up the track there, and then that was it. Hard hit there. And then up into everyone else. My gosh, what a hard lick. 40, the 8, and then everyone else just piling in there. 21 goes upside down. Oh, man. Terrible. Terrible incident. I mean, that was a tough one to judge right there. That is going to be a lot of cars out of the race. I mean, that was a tough one to judge there for 22. So I don't think I can really fault her for that one. It's still tough break right there. So Matthew Phillips with the lead in the 00, then the 15 of Eli Bright. Christian Russell, Mark Davidson, and Julius Anderson are the top 5. Diego Yepes, Wyatt Quayle, Ryan Kendall, Ethan Matheson, and Christian Vargas in the 88. Round out the top 10 at the moment. Welcome, Ben. Sorry to hear that. As the lights are already out on the pace car. So they'll be coming around here. Taking a look at the list of drivers out of the race, and it is a big list. Few drivers a lap down. Gatlin Downey, Nathan Stapleton, Zachary DeLillo, and Justin Seidel are still out on the racetrack. Justin Myers in the 21 is still on the lead lap, but went upside down, remember that. So that might be a little scary for the rest of this race. 40 laps to go, green flag back in the air. And I do believe the 33 was one of those involved in that big melee. We'll give them a lap or two to get up to speed, and then we'll check in on some of the slower traffic. Bright looking for the lead already. Right on the tail of the 00. Russell is there as well. Anderson gets shuffled to the high side in the 17. Here comes Bright. That Quaker State Menards Chevy. As they hang out the 00. Here comes the 07. Side by side for the lead. 45 Mark Davidson there as well. As it's heating up, 3 wide. Although Quayle with a great run on the outside, able to stay ahead. Now the 07 to the point. Phillips underneath the Bright. Nice move there. Checking up further. And yeah, we've got some slow cars that they will have to contend with. They're about 1.5 to 2 seconds slower per lap. It will not take them that long to fall victim to the leaders. As Davidson had to check up there quite a bit. Phillips and Bright going to get the run on the high side. Going to get second and third. Davidson running fourth. Wyatt Quayle underneath of Diego Yepez. Julius Anderson, after restarting fifth, struggling now. Probably going to fall out of the top 10. Chris Salovic in the 12 coming up here to the top 10. First time we really mentioned his name in these first couple races. But good to see him back. Matthew Hartford working his way forward, as is Joe Retkowski in the 01. But checking up toward the front, the 07. With the lead, Phillips. Can he get to the inside? He's going to. Checking in on the slowest of the group, Nathan Stapleton. He's out of turn 4. We're through 3 and 4 now. They might catch him a few times before this race is out. As the 07 and 00. Side by side. Hey, Matty. You were just about into the top 10 when I saw. So you're probably about 10th to 12th. Somewhere in that range. 07 powering off the corner. As they're side by side for third, fourth, fifth. But Wyatt Quayle also trying to get involved in that. As they've caught the 83 already, the 07 going to blow by the 00, no problem. And now we're going to have some trouble. Stapleton just trying to get whatever he can in terms of points. But Eli Bright absolutely stuck. And I'm going to stay here for a bit because this could get ugly. Ooh, look out. Man, Eli Bright. From nearly leading, dropping way back. Matthew Hartford now dropping back, and the 83 is not having any of getting out of the way. Now leaders have caught some more lap traffic. The 1, 78, 21, 41. Oh, now posing a problem. That is 4 cars that they're needing to navigate. The 07 still the leader as we're just past halfway. 3 wide. 41 throwing blocks. But Wyatt Quayle to the point in the 31. Jake Yepez, Ryan Kendall getting by. And now Christian Russell. Getting caught and falling back. Now he'll get by. A lot of other drivers having trouble. Sorry for that little seizure fest right there. But man, tough break for a lot of those guys. We'll see if they can work their way back forward. But it's Wyatt Quayle, car 31 to the point. 25 laps to go in the Caterpillar 400. Diego Yepez in second, trying to run him down. Then Davidson, Kendall, Vargas, all battling there. You got Julius Anderson in the 17, and then the 44. Michael Canto, 26 of Carter Friesen. Ethan Matheson and Mitchell Collins, all here in the top 10. And Yepez to the inside. The No Fear Ford Fusion. He's showing no fear right now as he's going to the lead. Let's face it, that was just a plug. But Davidson with a nice move there to get to the inside of the 31. Davidson's been making some of the most aggressive moves in this race. He wants that lead, but Diego Yepez cuts him off. As they're catching some more lap traffic. 48, 2, 38, 11. All could cause some problems here. Of course, they'll probably catch the 83 and maybe even that other pack one more time before this race is out. But it's the 60 of Yepez in the race lead at the moment. Then Quayle, Davidson, Kendall, and Vargas, the top 5. Stacking up 6 on back. Friesen and Anderson going side by side. as they've caught the traffic. But they're all racing each other for position and points. There's the 83. This is going to be trouble. Will Yepes make it 3 wide? Will he force the issue? He is going to. Nowhere else for anyone to go. Now the 31's going to hang the 60 out and take the lead. Using the 38 as a pick, and it worked for him. Now Davidson second and Kerner Friesen in third. Lap 44 of 60. Drivers trying to battle back as Ryan Kendall and Christian Vargas are trapped. Having a hard time getting by. But the 31 with the lead. I think the 11 just came off pit road or got spun out or something, because I see those spin marks right there. Not sure what's up. As they've caught the 11. Since he's one car, they're breezed by him fairly easily. And the 31 under threat from the 45. To the inside he goes. Yepes to the inside of Friesen. Michael Canto is still there. 3 wide almost. Man, some phenomenal racing here at Hillside so far. As Davidson and Quayle side by side, and around they go! 44 slides up. Hit the 60. That will probably be a caution, and indeed it is. We are going to have a shootout to the finish. And Mark Davidson appears to have led them back. But Michael Canto, from a fantastic run, going to be out of the race. The 60 of Diego Yepes not going to be in much better shape. Trying to find him anyway. He may have retired on the spot. Yeah, I don't see him. Man, that's brutal. Nope, there he is. My bad. But hard racing coming down toward the end of this thing. This did not work. Canto trying to get to the inside. The 26 makes contact with him, and then that puts him down to the 60. Who actually only goes for a spin if he doesn't get hit here. Oof. Close one there with the 38. So he might actually be okay, just lost a lot of track position. The 44 of Canto is done. You saw him smoking pretty bad. That could have been a lot worse. That could have been just like the first crash. Carter Friesen, of course, the lucky one from that. I think going to retain third. Despite being one of the first two involved in that contact. It's a unique angle. And there you see it. There's the hit on the 44. You see him slide up. Wow. 38 slips by and a lot of others. And again, how that was not any worse than it was. That is pretty freaking lucky. So, within 10 laps to go, we will be having a restart. So you got Mark Davidson leading the race, then Wyatt Quayle, Carter Friesen, Christian Russell, and Eli Bright, the top 5. Then it's Ethan Matheson. Dale Salzman, 7th. We have not mentioned that name at all in this race. So he is up to 7th, looking strong. Matthew Hartford in 8th. Mitchell Collins. Then a lap car. And then it's Christian Vargas in 10th place. And good to see you, Cody. This has been a wild race. Lights are out. It will be 8 laps to determine a winner here at Hillside. Canto out of the race. There's the list of drivers out. Oh boy. So can Mark Davidson hold them off? Dodge, Chevy, Ford, the top 3, 8 laps to go. Green flag back out and a great restart there by the 45. Pulls a couple car lengths on the 31. But that might actually allow them to reel him in. Friesen looking to the inside of the 31. Not able to make that work. Of course, Davidson wants them to go side by side behind him. That'll allow him to pull away. Slingshot possibly on the 31. 7 to go. Coming to 6. Friesen again looking to the inside. Not going to make that stick, but that will hang out the 07. That might open the door for Bright and Matheson. Now 6 to go. Friesen going to clear him. Now it looks like it's up to the 31. And the 45 with 5 to go in the Caterpillar 400. Great run through 1 and 2 there for the 31. Can he get to the inside? Not yet. Wyatt Quayle, Mark Davidson going in it with 4 to go. Don't count out Carter Friesen. He's looking fast. Ran a good 10th quicker than both of these two. Coming to 3 to go now. Laps winding down. 31 did not have a good run there. And actually, a higher bank Rockingham, that's a pretty good way to describe it. But Mark Davidson doing a great job of holding them off. Coming to 2 laps to go. Another great run for the 31. Friesen is still there. And hello, Allen. Will they catch lap traffic? I don't think so. Coming to the white flag. The 31 is there, as is the 26. Can they make anything happen? Or is it going to be Mark Davidson's day? Quayle did not get the momentum down the back straightaway. And out of turn 4. Davidson to victory lane here at Hillside in the Caterpillar 400 after a remarkable race. I can officially say 2 races, and 2 fantastic races at that, to kick off the 3rd season of the PowerAde series. So Davidson with the win. Wyatt Quayle gave it everything he had. Will come up in 2nd place. Carter Friesen, Christian Russell, Eli Bright, the top 5. Dale Salzman, a phenomenal run in 6th. Going to bring that home for the 18 car. And Ethan Matheson, Matthew Hartford, Christian Vargas, and Julius Anderson going to eke out a top 10 finish there for the 17 car. Of course, that race wasn't without its carnage. Only 2 cautions, but one of them wiped out a huge number of cars. That is the full list right there. As we'll get the export here, and we will go see how the points will stack up after only 2 races, 13 to go, and the next one going to be at Indianapolis. Yeah, you were definitely involved. I mean, let's see. The 21 went upside down. I mean, my God, probably half the field was collected in that big crash. But, man. What a race. And 7/100ths of a second separating the 45 and the 31 for the win. Whew. That was cool. That was good stuff. Of course, really good stuff from Mark Davidson, the 45, as he is your winner at Hillside in the Wells Fargo number 45 Dodge. Ain't got no DNFs for that 48. Although I did actually like your description of that track just being a really high bank Rockingham. That's a pretty good way to describe it. Oh, it's a DNF next race. Next race is Indy, so we'll see what happens. For right now, though, let's take a look at the point standings. It's been a while since I've done this. So let's do it. We're still good to be back. Still having fun with it. Next week's race may or may not be premiered or streamed. I'll have to see what I'm doing. Race 4, assuming that I stick to Thursdays, will most definitely not be streamed and will instead probably be premiered. But yeah, Hillside is indeed a fictional track. I don't know who made it exactly. But it's a really, really good track. It's not in this list here, so I'll just put it down as, I don't know, Portland. Yeah, Hillside International Speedway. That was the Caterpillar 400. 6 different leaders with 8 lead changes. Not too bad. Really good race. A lot of side-by-side action. Hopefully we'll keep that going throughout the course of the season. Looks like most laps led are going to go to Kristen Russell in the 07. But Mark Davidson pulled off the victory in car number 45. So, 2 races in, 13 to go. Point standings stack up as follows. And Wyatt Quayle with the point lead over Dale Salzman. 10 points separating the two. Julius Anderson in 3rd. Eli Bright and Carter Freeze in the top 5. Christian Russell, Mark Davidson, Al Lagasse, Ethan Matheson, and Derek Hamill, the current top 10. But still early in the season, a lot can happen, a lot can be shaken up. I mean, heck, you see, with only 2 races in. And Davidson, with that victory, gained 25 positions. And you see Daniel Voiles losing 16, so, I mean, that's just usual product of it being this early in the season. This trend will probably continue for the next couple races until we start to get a more generalized feel for how it will really stack up. Again, next race will be Indianapolis. Looking forward to that one. We'll see how it goes. There are the full point standings. And that We'll conclude a stream with a pretty good race. That was awesome. You better upgrade your computer. Windows 7 is ending. How on earth would they end it? I don't know how that would be possible. And hey, Nikki. Hey, Seth. Oh, okay. WKC. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, they did a great job with it. Great track. I thought it'd be lower with the 10th and the 21st. Hey, not doing too bad. And, are you sure about that? I mean, I don't know why they would do that. Can anyone confirm that for me? And don't play Fortnite. No worries. Because if so, that is going to be a major, major problem. Yeah, well, at least they give plenty of advance warning if that is indeed the case. I hope it's not. Windows 7 is awesome. Works great still. I don't get what the problem is. Whatever. If that is true, then I'll do what I have to do. But I've got time. So anyways, I think they'll do it unless anyone else has any last minute things that they want to throw out there. And Seth also thank you for stopping by, my man. Always good to see you here. That was a pretty fun race. Really fun race. Windows 9. Well, if you count Windows 9 as Windows 8.1, then because from what I understand, Windows 8.1 is a load of junk. Well, I think that will probably wrap it up for tonight's festivities. Again, really good to be back. Looking forward to seeing what the next race will bring when we are points leader with 2 top 5s. The only driver to finish in the top 5 both races so far this season. We'll see how long he can keep that trend going, or how long he can keep a top 10 trend going. Wow. There we go. I'm still rusty, don't mind me. So, thank you everyone. Have yourselves a good evening, and have a great weekend. I will see you again next week. Until then, take care, and bye for now.